has a very big heart, and Dartmouth is very big in his heart. He never thought he would get into Dartmouth. There were a group of East High graduates that all went back the year that he did.
Took the train back to Dartmouth. I'll always remember that, our freshman year.
He had such wonderful friends, and they all stuck together through thick and thin.
We lived on opposite sides of the campus, but we both pledged the same fraternity, Kappa Sigma.
That was a great event, and he's recalled it on many occasions. And he happened to be fortunate to sit literally at the feet of Robert Frost when he was doing his presentation of poems.
After we finished at Dartmouth, Hank would come over to our apartment here in Denver. Hank came over one night and we served him black cherry cola pop. Later on that evening, he developed a severe case of appendicitis, which we attributed to the black cherry. And
he was taken to Presbyterian Hospital, had an appendectomy, and I happened to be his nurse. And his room was full of all these guys laughing and talking, and the same alum group that we have today were those same guys that were in his room. He was only in the hospital a few days. He went around inquiring who the nurse was with the blue eyes, and he finally coaxed someone into telling him my phone number.
My wife and I always said we were responsible for getting Hank and Betty together.
It's been amazing. I remember as a kid, he would go back to Dartmouth just about every year, I think, because he was always involved in something, whether it was fundraising or, like Mom said, with the interviewing of the kids.
Dad drove that 1,700-mile trip countless times in order to come back here and spend time with his friends and to see his beloved Dartmouth campus.
He organized a luncheon club that still meets.
Anyone who can keep that sense of fraternity and activity going in the club just has a gift. And I'm delighted that he's receiving this award.
Hank has stayed involved for decades. He has not only stayed involved himself, he has encouraged others, and he has had deep in his heart an abiding love for this club.
It's clear that he's been involved as a leader in the club ever since he came back from Dartmouth. He's been president, he has been an alumni counselor. He also has been recognized as a recipient of the Dartmouth Alumni Award, which is the highest honor that the Alumni Council can provide to somebody who works on behalf of the college. If anybody would deserve the Seymour Wheelock Award, it would clearly be Hank Edler.
You've done a great job, and you've brought a lot of joy to many of the students that you interviewed and have seen them go on and be successful in life.
Well, first of all, I say thanks for being a great dad and for teaching us all the really good things and for letting us get away with some stuff when we were young, but just for being a great role model. There's a lot of families that don't have that, and he did. We have two great role models, and he did a phenomenal job.
When my wife came down with Alzheimer's, Hank and Betty were really supportive and helpful. I would have to say that I couldn't have asked for a better friend over the years.
Dartmouth, the Great Divide, and the college itself has I've derived an awful lot from your energy, and your relationship to the college is a valued one. And I hope that those around you can realize what this award means, and what it means to you, and certainly what it has meant to me. I can't express the inspiration that this award gives me. This is wonderful. College was a remarkable place. There are a few things in your life that have had such a big influence, and that Dartmouth was certainly one of those for me. I could never have foreseen this occurring in my life. When I first went into the Dartmouth alumni group, I was terrified. They intimidated the hell out of me. And it was quite an experience for a young guy. It's hard for me to imagine. Here I am, getting this award. She's an incredible inspiration. Betty is absolutely wonderful, and I can't say enough about her. I had no idea one person could love another as much as I love Betty.